When Ben died again, kind of saving Vanya, can you explain kind of what happened there with his character? Is he now officially dead?
One could really be dead in the Umbrella Academy universe, but it seems so. It seems so when he dissipated into a million lights. That might be the last version of that particular Ben that we see.
Why did that happen? Was it did it have something to do with Vanya's powers specifically that kind of turned him into lights, as it were?
Yeah, so it has to do with Vanya's power, but it also has to do with the fact that she's actually tied to that electrical current chair, and all of those currents sort of start to rewire and mess things up, and it actually starts to affect Ben, and he knows that immediately as he starts to possess her, but he knows what he has to do in order to save his family and essentially the world, so he still goes through with it. But he sort of knows going in that he won't be coming back.
When he died, did you know that Ben was going to be coming back in the way that's revealed at the end of the season?
Absolutely not. I actually thought that scene with Vanya was going to be my last scene, and it was quite emotional, right? Because I thought I was saying goodbye to the show, and I was hugging the camera guys and the sound guys and our hair and makeup people. Thanking them for everything that they've done. And then a few weeks later, Steve Blackman, our showrunner, sent just the cast the last 3 pages of episode 10. And, I was just in my Toronto apartment and I just started to scream because I was absolutely shocked and thankful and excited and all of those things.
Do you know how he died on the mission? And if there's a season 3, will we finally get that answer?
I don't know. I don't know if Gerard 100% knows. We have both talked about different ideas. I know that's a big part of what he wants to do in the graphic novel. I've sort of pitched him some of my thoughts, but ultimately I want Gerard to decide that. I think it's something that's important for Gerard in the series, and I like him to sort of figure that one out. I'm happy to help him and do it, but I'm waiting for him to sort of let me know how he thinks it happened.
Yeah, what does it feel now playing, being able to play Ben as like an actual entity, not a ghost the whole time?
It's gonna be an adjustment. To be honest, I've gotten so used to being invisible and not being able to touch things or open doors. It's gonna be an adjustment, but I'm really excited. I mean, the first version of Ben, the Ghost Ben, I sort of was able to build from the ground up because there was not really a reference point in the comic books. And I'm so lucky and excited to kind of get to do that again with this Sparrow Academy Ben because there's not really a reference point to that either. So to sort of be able to be on a show and do that twice, I mean, what a privilege and what a gift. And it's sort of the things that actors dream of.
Robert, when Vanya deals to Klaus Ben's last words, do you feel like that really does help Klaus come to some sort of closure with his relationship with Ben?
Yeah. I think he was guilty, very guilty, because of that start scene in episode 10 where he feels like he sort of cheated Ben a bit out of skipping through the Elysian fields or whatever you're supposed to do when you're dead. And down in Hades playing blackjack with Mother Teresa and Hitler.
I'm sad that they cut that scene with you and the ghosts when you were looking for Ben.
Oh yeah, are you? I'm not that sad about that, to be honest.
I didn't see it, but
wait, what? There's a scene where you're looking. What? There's a scene where you go into the ghost world?
No, but once Ben is gone in 9, in 10, I've summoned a load of random ghosts, and I'm going, is there any chance that you've seen this guy? He's sort of got coiffy, Elvisy hair and sort of and so on and so forth. But I think the sadness for Klaus is it's a double-sided coin. or on the one hand, he's sad to see Ben go because he'll miss Ben, but he's also scared and sad for himself because I suppose he doesn't know how to be. He doesn't know how to act without kind of Ben, the great leveler, on his shoulder,
Justin, how do you interpret the ending? Do you think the Ben we see at the end is similar to the Ben who died? Do you think their powers are the same?
I think the powers could be quite similar, but in terms of everything else, I mean, he's completely different. I mean, from his hair, from the scar that runs along his face, I think the producers and Steve and I and the hair and makeup people, we all sort of discussed ways that we could sort of make him seem and feel as different as possible, because sort of this completely new version of Ben that we're seeing, sort of this antagonistic figure to the family. So yeah, it's weird to play almost like a complete opposite of a person that you played.
What do you hope we're going to see from Ben in season 3 now that he's out of the ghost realm and a new version of him exists?
I hope...
Dancing.
No dancing.
You're alive now. You got a dance, baby.
I hope that he can find what he wants, right? I mean, he's no longer tethered to someone else to achieve what he desires, and I think it will be fun to play someone who is alive and is visible and seen by his siblings and the rest of the world, and to see what he will be doing alongside the Sparrow Academy, which it seems like it's being set up as the main enemy of a potential season 3, which is really exciting. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see both academies go toe to toe with each other.